Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs, and thank you very much to Bandai Namco Entertainment America for giving me the ability to do this test drive of the Fafnir, which sure looks like a slightly fancier Double Zeta Gundam. Well, kind of with the shoulder binders, kind of looks like the Double Zeta Gaplant to a certain degree, but also kind of looks like one of the Gundam Ages if I'm remembering correctly. But we're going to take a look at this, and it's a 650 general, usable in ground and space. Melee priority 2. No compatibilities, so what you see is what you get. 24,000 hit points, ballistic resistance 28, beam resistance 28, melee resistance 23, ranged and melee strengths at 33. Movement speed 140, boost speed 220, thruster gauge 75, and turning speed 69. Close range slots 17, medium range slots 15, long range 16. On the enhancement menu, +1 range strength at 620 enhancement points, +1 melee at 1240, +1 to thrusters at 1860. It gets its bonus expansion slots, 1 in each location, at 2480. If you pay the DP to break the first limit, it gets +5 melee at 4960, and then if you pay to break the second lock, you get +5 range strength at 7440. This is, of course, words. This is, of course, DP I'm talking about here. No real money involved in unlocking these things. So, okay. Let's take a look at it. Looks like it transforms, so we'll look at that when we're done looking at everything else. Yeah, its beam rifle is looks like it kind of works Gaplant style. It is 2000 power, heat rate 85%, range 450 meters, cooldown time 3.5 seconds between shots, overheat time 15 seconds. It does stun with normal shots. It does not charge. Akimbo beam sabers add power and coverage. Yeah, so it has double beam sabers, 2,500 per swing. Cooldown time between attacks 2.5 seconds. That, of course, doesn't count for a combo controller. It's just like when the combo ends, that's the cooldown between. Has machine cannons in the chest, 36 rounds, 90 damage per shot, 200 meter range, and 12-second reload. Does have shoulder beam cannons like the Double Zetas, 1250 damage. I'm hoping that's each. 85% heat rate, range 450 meters. That's pretty good. Cooldown time between shots 4 seconds, and overheat time 22. Must stop to fire, staggers enemy when hitting. Nice. Okay, it has a hyper beam saber in addition to the twin sabers, so that has a power of 2700 and a cooldown time of 2.5 seconds, just like the main one. Okay, it has the aerial melee system. Beam cannon's output adjusted to form a long beam blade as a melee sub-weapon to slice up foes. Okay, yeah. It also does have the paired beam rifles, which seem to be rapid fire, again, like the Gaplant. 12% per shot, 400 meter range, cooldown time between bursts 0.8 of a second, and 16-second overheat. Yeah, no suppression, so it will do build stun. And it also has missile launchers, like the Double Zeta, more or less. 300 damage per missile, 30 missiles, range 350 meters, cooldown time 0 seconds, and reload of 15. Okay, it says they stun. That's interesting. Like, I'm sure they'll cause build stun, but just like this says they outright stun. Projectile speed is slow but powerful, great blast radius, staggers enemy. I wonder if it actually only fires a couple at a time. That's going to be interesting to look at. And of course it has a high mega cannon. Charge required, takes 8 seconds to fire, takes 2.5 minutes to cool down from overheat. Power 1100, I'm assuming that's going to be a Garobi type sustained damage attack. 500 meter range, and that's probably 1100 per tick for anything you catch. And yeah, it overheats automatically when you fire it, as you'd expect. Yeah, continuous damage dealt when firing. Must focus and stop to fire, but can move while in focus. Okay, so yeah, you can move while charging it, but it can you can charge while you're moving. That's good. All right, I am going to set up the set up words is what I'm going to set up. I'm going to put the double rifles where the Vulcans are. Put the missile launchers over here, I guess. Put the Vulcans up here, and the high mega cannon up here. I don't really have a system for this. This is probably like too far off from how I have my double Zeta set up, and it's going to confuse me a lot, but we'll go with it. Okay, so skill set. Emergency evasion system. Level 2, so it has double dodge roll. If you dodge once from a fully cooled thruster gauge, you can dodge another time. Anti-blast stabilizer, so you cannot get heavy staggered by mobile suits that explode near you. Quick boost, level 4, which reduces charge time for jumps 70% and reduces the cost of the jump 30%. Nice. Flight control program level 3, which lets you boost and jump in midair and gives you reduced thruster consumption by 50% when doing it. Fall prevention reduces reaction when hit by a ranged attack when jumping or falling. Will not apply when moving at high speed while in midair. So, yeah, if you're just jumping, you'll have a little bit of stun resistance. If you're air boosting, not going to do anything. So, yeah, so it's only level 1, so it's not quite the equivalent of a raid having assault booster, but it's similar. Melee composite system uses a melee attack or tackle to cancel hard landings after jumping or high-speed movement. Allows for up to a 2-attack melee combo, but damage is reduced during combo attacks. Also reduces reaction when hit by a ranged attack during melee combat. Yeah, so that's balancer, melee combo controller, and I think it's attack pose control, all is rolled into one skill. High spec AMBAC, which, yeah, gives you improved coming out of a boost as long as you don't change directions at the last second, so that's not bad. Force injector level 2, you can change directions while boosting, do a little bit of zigzagging, and it will be fairly cost efficient because it is the level 2 version. Aerial melee system level 2, which, yeah, you can do melee attacks in midair. Any melee attack executed while the skill is activated increases in power by 30%. Okay, so it not only can melee in air, it can hit harder when it does. Let's see. Damage control level 2 reduces staggers when hit consecutively by attacks without suppressive effects. So, yeah, harder to stun with build stun, I believe. Shoulder add-on buffer level 3, so 30% less damage if they hit the binders. Back add-on buffer level 3, 30% reduced damage if they hit the backpack. Leg buffer level 2, 15% damage reduction if they hit the legs, and also it reduces stress on the legs when it does it, so, or when it takes a hit. Grimoire blue, this skill activates the first time your unit's hit points are reduced to 50% or lower. Well, activated temporarily decreases operation of enemies within a set range that are equipped with certain melee weapons and high-speed movement. Upon activation, recovery time will be faster for 60 seconds when any weapon is reloaded or overheats. Yeah, so that's the same skill, or similar skill to what the Overon has. Movable shield controller, that's interesting. Reduces thruster consumption when starting or during high-speed movement. When continuously using the forced injector skill, thruster consumption will be reduced even further. Also reduces staggers when hit consecutively by attacks without suppressive effects during high-speed movement. Okay, yeah, so harder to stun while boosting, better efficiency for forced injectors. It's not a bad set of skills. Alright, now, let's look at it transformed. Okay, so in terms of just the stats in the mobile armor mode here, turning speed drops a fair bit. High-speed movement goes up by 10. Standard movement speed goes up by 45. And that's the only changes. Yeah, no changes for that either. Alright, so weapons. It has quad beam cannons. Okay, so it's kind of a, I'm going to say a midpoint between the Double Zeta and the XS is probably the idea. Simultaneous fire with suppression. It does not charge. Overheats after one set of shots. So yeah, you get one set of shots that hopefully will do 4,000 damage if they all connect. And a range of 450 meters. The transform beam rifles do charge. Takes a second to do. They also do 400 damage per shot, 20% heat rate per shot, 400 meter range, cooldown 0.8 of a second, and overheat of 15 seconds. Fafnir beam rifles with rapid simultaneous normal fire and focus fire that suppresses. Lastly, the missile launcher, which, yeah, 600 damage, 30 ammo still, 350 meters. Since it says transformed, since these all say transformed, and this is a weapon that does not quite exist in this form in the mobile suit mode, they're all going to have their own separate stats and reloads and such. So yeah, 350 meter range, 600 damage a shot. Projectile speed, slow but powerful, great blast radius, and staggers. Okay. And the skill set still has the double dodge roll, still has anti-blast, gains shock dampeners, reduces or cancels stagger after being attacked, does not apply to toppling attacks or tackles. Yeah, so a downswing or attacker will take up most flying suits out of the air, but it is otherwise harder to stun them. Transform. Ram attack level 1. So yeah, when you're boosting, you'll see a little like flash when you've been boosting long enough, and you'll damage anything you hit after that. Transformation Optimizer reduces consumption when activating high-speed movement or transforming back to normal mode by 60%. And reduces thruster gauge consumption while moving by 25. Nice. Level 2 damage control, again to reduce stun via build stun, I believe. The same buffers, all of them, same grimoire, and same movable shield controller. Alright, so we are going to take this into the normal training grounds here. And yeah, that should be, let's see what we got.
Ready to begin?
Alright, here it is. Nice looking suit, really. Okay, so standard beam rifle does standard beam rifle thing, about 2154. Double beam rifles. Okay, yeah, they do a really fast combo that stuns. And it takes about 2 of those, even with a little bit of an interlude in the middle, to overheat. Yeah, the double beam cannons do about that much. Now let's see about these missiles, because I'm curious. Okay, yeah, despite what it said, despite the description, which seems to indicate stunning, it is build stun, which is fine. You know, definitely a little bit of a syntax issue there, because the double beam rifles say they do not offer any stagger. The missiles say they can stagger. They functionally do the same thing, except the twin beam rifles do it a little faster. Just like Double Zeta, the missiles can fire while boosting. Yeah, you can lock down even something with decent stun protection like a Zoc pretty quickly, moving between those two weapons. Not a lot of build stun from the individual beam rifle or the beam cannons. And now let's check out the fun part. Yeah, you can charge it while moving, which I don't think you can do in Double Zeta, so that is a nice advantage. And let's crouch for a little bit of extra damage, scope in for a little more, and beams. Okay, so about 9630 to a Zoc if you manage to hit with the whole thing. And let's take a look at the melee patterns. Left and right are left and right. And upswing. Okay, it has the nice paired beam saber downswing for that, so that's good. Yeah, alright. And let's try this one out. It is left, right, same as always. Upswing and oh wow, jumping downswing, very nice. Okay, so I'm hoping that will just like bring you right down to the ground if you swing it in the air. Yes. Okay, that is probably one of the most useful jumping attacks I've seen in this game yet. Yeah, look at that. Like I've said before, that is a skill the Grandpa Gundam should have. It's one of the first things it does. Like it grabs Zaku by the snout and rips it off and fires its Vulcans, and then it chops it in half just with that exact attack. So yeah, give me like a 450 or 500 RX-78 that can do that. Also remind me to activate the right saber. Like that. 5974, I'll take that. Yeah. So on top of which, it has really good damage doing that. Alright, so some of the other skills, just to show, once my thrusters have cooled down, which, boy, that's slow on this thing. So watch out for that. Yeah, since it has Evasion Controller 2, it can dodge once without completely overheating. Let's see, what else can I do? Oh yeah, Vulcans, let's see. Pretty fast build stun. I swear they've just been giving everything less Vulcan ammo lately, and I'm not okay with that. Like, I guess it's okay, but just like, I really like things like the Vulcan Pod and the Vulcan Phalanx, and things that have like really good Vulcan magazines and can load on stun as needed. Alright, so yeah, that was that. Let's see how the boost efficiency is on the forced injectors, which reasonable. About 4 or 5 boosts before you overheat. That's not bad. And of course you get those other protections while you're doing it. Okay, I think let's make sure. Yeah, you can't use the main rifle while boosting. You can't use the paired. I'm sure you can use the Vulcans. Yes. High Mega Cannon, of course, you can charge. You cannot fire while boosting. Yeah, so the only, other than the Vulcans, the only weapon that is really functional... Man, I like that animation. The only weapon that is really functional while boosting are the missiles. So, which, yeah, they do a good job. Alright, so that means it is time to check out the transformation weapons and skills. Alright, so, let's go, starting with the quad cannons, which 2154. Yeah, they still fire in bursts, and charged, let's just steer over to the Zoc, because I can hit it before I drop. 1914, and then the third one I did not have time to do, so we will get in the air and try again. And alright, third weapon is the missiles. Yeah, same deal as the missiles in mobile suit mode, but with a little bit more power. They do build stun relatively quickly. That's something I want to try right now before we do anything else. Okay, actually no. First I'll do the ram attack so everybody sees how that works. Okay. Okay, since it doesn't have like the super ram attack, you just have to be boosting to get the effect. You won't get the little flash that like the enhanced ram does for the Zeta Gundam or something like that. So, but yeah, that means you'll just do damage to anything you touch when you're boosting around in the air. I feel like the thruster efficiency could be a little better, but of course that is something you can improve with parts if you really want to. All right, but now here's something I want to try out. We are going to use missiles to get a stun. Oh, we're going to use missiles to get a kill. Let's try this on the Zoc instead. Let's miss everything I'm doing. Okay, no, didn't quite work. I'll probably have to try it from higher elevation, but I'm pretty sure I will be able to hit something with beams, transform, and as I'm dropping out of the air, hit them with a downswing. That's going to be the attempt. All right, going up slowly. Quad beams. Coming down. Yes, that works. Timing's a little tight, but it does work. All right, so now we are going to I'm actually going to... Oh yeah, we'll look at the tackle. Once we've looked at the tackle, I'm actually going to go straight to turning on AI and let Grimoire come on naturally in the hopes that we get a better idea of what it prevents things from doing. Okay, that's a pretty good tackle animation. All right, yeah. So, enemy AI on. Okay, so let's see if I can actually fight with this thing. We're just going to spam missiles as I retreat. Gundam's having none of it, just stayed behind cover as you wisely would. Looks like it might have fallen down when it tried to go over the roof, though. Oh, hi. Hi, Zoc. Okay, don't think I hit that, but no, I didn't. That's okay. Should be about to drop, I think. There we go. Alright. Try the quad cannons on a moving target. There's the Gundam. Yeah, it's trying to get over that roof, so... Let's see if I can keep myself from getting stunned long enough to fire the high mega cannon on it. That would be fun. Yes. Also, that gave me opportunity to check another thing I forgot to test before. Unlike some charging weapons, this high mega cannon is not adjustable in any way once you're fired. Once you're firing, you're locked in, and that's it. All right. Okay, yeah, good arc on that too. Almost got it. That's not bad. I mean, yeah, I know it's 150 points down, and I think Anti-Blast Stabilizer just saved me there. But yeah, I wanted to do that and see what happens. Okay, it didn't manage to tackle me while facing the opposite way, but I figure taking a tackle here, maybe two, or taking some damage to get into Grimoire, not going to hurt anything, so... And also... see, one more hit. Also, they said that things cool down faster for a minute once you're in Grimoire, so I want to have the high mega cannon up when I go into it, because... Oh, wow, you actually didn't stop me. That's amazing. Okay. Boom. Yeah. Yeah, now Grimoire is active. High mega cannon... It takes so long to cool down, 2.5 minutes. You actually kind of can't tell. Which is kind of ridiculous. Oh, hang on. Okay, no. For a second, I thought maybe the cooldown they were talking about was re-ready time, but no, that seems to be about the same. But yeah, I'm not sure what Grimoire activating is supposed to prevent enemies from doing. I think it might be another one that prevents transforming. Also, again, certain attacks, but I'm not sure which ones. Obviously didn't have much trouble trying to melee me, so that's just what it is. But, yeah. Unfortunately, I could set my hit points back up, but I'd actually have to die to see any more of that, because... Oh, wow, the travel on that is nice, too. Boom. Not quite enough to do that, at least not when I'm backing up, but... Okay, maybe I will get to die, because, Man, that's a terrible sentence. Oh, well. Because, yeah, I'm low on health. Yeah, it's got me, so... And if the other one shoots me, I'm dead. I keep forgetting that, like, the because of their, like, instant mind reading, the AI in training mode is this weird combination of polite and rude, because it will, just instantly grab you out of any melee attack you do to its face, and then it will stand there while you're vulnerable on the ground and let you get back up before it does anything. Really weird combination. But let's mess with this a little more. I want to see if I can pull off anything else interesting. And yeah, once we're done that, we will call it for today. Alright, so yeah, let's just go into this, bring up the missiles, missile the Zoc, missile the Zoc some more. Yep, I didn't get the melee off before I hit the ground, so I was very tackleable. I'm pretty sure if it tackles me in midair, I will not be getting that animation. I will instead... Okay. Maybe you can just grab somebody out of midair and tackle. I'm going to go for a higher jump this time, I think, and see... You know, I want to be, like, definitively off the ground to see if it can actually do what I think it's doing. Okay, yeah, no. I don't think it's able to tackle me when I when I am fully in the air. Nope. Doesn't look like it. So, yeah, just that melee attack. Again, when you're in the air, that melee attack is vicious. Boom. Yeah. 50-something. So that is not bad. And that is, of course, on a Zoc. Since this is a general, that is type disadvantage. You do need to be out of downswing range before you're in the air, though, or, you know, because even if it just grazes your feet in the air, you're going down. Yeah, if it could tackle when I'm in the air, it absolutely would have, but I don't think it would be very effective. Now, this time, okay, yeah, it was in the middle of firing, so that's why. But, yeah, so, yeah, that tackle is, or that aerial downswing, really pretty fantastic. And, yeah, I think I'm back in Grimoire now, so probably have been for a minute. Ow, got zocked. And dead. Yeah, this time they actually shot at me while I was on the ground. I think they probably started before I was on the ground since the beam is adjustable. But yeah, that swing is pretty great. And we're going to do I realized there's one more skill that I can show off very easily that I didn't think to. So we'll do that and then call it for today. All right. Which is, I did not show off the flight control ability, so we are going to just do that real quick. When you're in the air, you can boost, you can jump again, and yeah, because of its skill set, it has pretty good boost efficiency from there, so you can relatively easily reposition yourself in the air as needed to do some stuff, like that. Yeah, so, yeah, the air dash, it's one of those things that I feel like is kind of a slept-on skill. Oh, wow, I caught it. Nice. Just because, yeah, being able to boost in the air and change your trajectory at the last second is very, very useful. Helps you get around attacks, helps you just reposition yourself to score a mid-air shot on your way down. Well, it is a pretty good ability. Well, I only grazed it, but that's okay. That got it out of my way for a second. And boom. Yeah. And a Zoc down also. So, now it is. Yeah, so, yeah, this is going to be... it has a lot of the qualities I like about the double Zeta, plus the Grimoire Blue skill, which I'm not 100% sure how it works, if I'm being honest. But I think when you hit 50%, anything close enough to you is going to be prevented from using certain attacks. I think that's going to involve melee. I think it's definitely going to involve funnels, but I can't be sure. But yeah, that, like I said, this is... You know, there have been plenty other aerial attacks. Most of them have some kind of travel. But in terms of being easy to aim... this is, hands down, the best aerial attack I have used on anything yet. I really like this. So anyway, that is going to do it for our test drive of the Fafnir. Good luck to everybody that wants to get it, and until next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later!